Hey you guys, Basketballer here. We are now on the seventh game for this February 23rd NBA Game Day edition. This is the battle between the Wolf and the Deer. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Milwaukee Bucks. Before we start discussing this one, I'm inviting everyone who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, Basketballer. Please click on the subscribe button below and also include that bell logo beside it. That way automatically, you guys will be notified whenever there is a new video up. All right, let's talk about this one by checking on their standings first. This is a cross-conference battle. Let's start with the Milwaukee Bucks. They're the number 3 team of the Eastern Conference with 18 wins and 13 losses. Good thing about Milwaukee Bucks is that they are now having back-to-back wins because for some weird reason, this Milwaukee Bucks team, a very powerful team, had this losing streak around 4 games or maybe even 5 games. And again, finally they've recovered and again they're now on back-to-back wins. For Minnesota Timberwolves, they're a part of the Western Conference. They are the last team of the West, 15, the number 15 team, with 7 wins and already 24 losses. Unfortunately for Minnesota Timberwolves, they are actually riding on a 4-game losing streak going on to this game. Now this one will be played at Milwaukee's floor, Milwaukee's home court, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9 a.m. Manila. Spread given to Milwaukee Bucks is -11. Minnesota would be having +11 in turn. Let's take a look at the injuries that both teams have. Starting off with Milwaukee Bucks, they won't have Jalen Adams in the Wara still, and Drew Holiday is still questionable, but he has been cleared by NBA's health and safety department already. It's just not. It's just that they're waiting until they're waiting for the date until when up to when he would be able to suit up for the Bucks. For Minnesota Timberwolves, they won't have D'Angelo Russell and not until late March, and they won't have Culver as well. And same with Russell, they won't have him until March. Okay, so what do we have here? A team, Milwaukee Bucks, number 3 team in the East. They got back-to-back wins. They got Adetokounmpo, one of the best players in the world right now. And we have Minnesota Timberwolves, the last team in the West, a 4-game losing streak. So obviously, we would be picking Milwaukee Bucks to win over Minnesota, and I guess that's no question, right? But the thing that makes this one hard is the spread. Looking back at it again, the spread is -11 for Milwaukee, so that's +11 for Minnesota. But looking at Minnesota's losses, I know that they've lost 4 times in a row, but those losses, the biggest lead that they had on those 4 losses, their last 4 games, was 8 points, and that was even against the Los Angeles Lakers, man. So all of those losses by Minnesota were all close. Let's take a look at them. They lost by 8 points against the Lakers. They lost by 6 against Indiana. They lost by 5 against Toronto. They lost by 4 against New York. So that's one thing about Minnesota. They haven't really been winning, but they've been fighting. They've been fighting. They don't stop playing, regardless of what the score of what the lead is. That last game against New York Knicks was up by a huge margin, and the Wolves fought back. They even got the lead at one point. It's just that maybe they were already tired, and at the end of the day, they still lost that game against my New York Knicks. So that's really what's making it hard for me, and I really feel like Milwaukee Bucks would really dominate this game. But my question is, would the hard work of Minnesota Timberwolves be enough to at least cover that +11? Plus another issue is that Minnesota Timberwolves fired their coach, and they now have Chris Finch as their new head coach. I'm not really sure how that would be. Ryan Saunders. I mean, I like Ryan Saunders. I know the the record of Minnesota Timberwolves is not good at all. But Ryan Saunders is a young head coach, and they were just stuck in a moment wherein they didn't have a lot of players. And I mean, can you blame Ryan Saunders for that? I mean, I would have given the dude at least this season. And for me, firing Ryan Saunders, may bite them on their behind, years from now, as I see a good upside on that Ryan Saunders coach. But anyway, Chris Finch, I'm not sure how well he would be with the Minnesota Timberwolves squad. I don't really have much of an idea how Chris Finch is. So for now, I'm gonna take Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee Bucks minus 11. I'm expecting Milwaukee Bucks to flex their muscles for their past two wins. I'm talking about the Bucks. Both wins were by 13 points each. So I'm expecting them to do the same. And I know Minnesota Timberwolves are fighting hard, but I don't know how well they would be under Chris Finch. And it's just that Milwaukee just found their new momentum, and I'm sure Giannis Antetokounmpo would be tweeting the hashtag Fear the Deer after this game. So for those who got Facebook pages, just search for my Facebook page, Pass a Baller. Just follow and like that one. And you can start sending me questions or messages via our messenger account. Peace out. Pass a love. God bless.